Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again today on our Minecraft adventure in the Create mod. We're going to finish up that multi-factory build so we can get Tuff, Andesite, and Andesite Alloy manufactured. And then we're going to also look at what changes we have made around our factory town. So let's go ahead and show off one thing that we have done that's going to go a long way in our future builds. So, stressful times are no more. I added in not only 2 more single line boilers, but I also added in a method to keep the blaze burners fed, and that provides us with enough stress for now for the rest of our builds for at least the foreseeable future. But we're going to head on over to our multi-factory area, where today we are looking to get Tuff, Andesite Alloy, and Andesite manufactured. And I have our collection vaults. Made a few small changes the other day. So we still have gravel, flint, iron, and iron nuggets now. And I cleaned it up a little bit. I also made it so we don't store flint at all over here. So just a simple item drain with a brass funnel filters it right on and takes it out. I also found that I was able to get rid of the fan back here in the end, because it was just extra stuff we didn't need, especially since we got these right here and a filter now on the brass tunnel. But yeah, so let's go ahead and crack into this, because we're gonna try to get this done as quick and efficient as possible, because it's not much more that we need to do with this. So for this, I did preset some resources, and to kind of give you the overview of how we're going to look at it, is this is our output from the cobblestone gen area. So we got our gravel, our flint, and then these are our iron nuggets. Essentially, these two will come together to be compacted with lava to form andesite. Then we'll divide that among 3 different lines. One will be storage, the other will be tuff, and then the other will be andesite alloy. And I did decide that we're going to store them each separately for now, just until we get a warehouse set up where we can put all of our manufactured items. Because as much as I want to put them all on that one over there, I don't think that would be a wise use of our space and time. So for this, we're going to start right here. So we got our flint and our gravel. So let's go ahead and move some stuff around that we don't need. And the cool thing is, for the most part, we'll be able to run everything off of this one area here. We'll go ahead and extend this out. Now keep in mind we're not connecting the ingots up. That we're going to figure out what we're going to do with later on. And let's grab our first set of machines that we're going to need. along with our pipe. So the other thing too that we're going to be working on today is a temporary solution for our lava. We're going to probably just pipe it straight across for now, but I think probably at some point we're going to set up a utility system because we will need water and lava flowing around with easy access points without cluttering everywhere. So with this, we don't need it to be too far away. We can actually go right here with this in a sense. But let's take that up. We'll put a pipe. And we'll fix that later. But essentially our flint will come in here. And our gravel will come here. And I should be able to... Perfect. And then we'll obviously fix up the pipes after. Then after that, it's going to come out here. And I don't even know if we're going to need this whole area, so we might just use what we need. So we're going to leave that. Well, actually, we should at least put small belt in, because we will need to do tunnels. So we'll do that. So I want that to go up. We'll just have to remember to grab that later. So essentially, I should just move these out for the moment. One too far. So this is probably one of the simplest factory setups I could do. And it's actually pretty neat how we're going to take one item and turn it into a few different items. So we'll shorten this one. Actually, no. We can have them right next to each other. So this one will need lava. Which, yeah. And we'll just Put our temporary block there. And then all three of these, well, this one here will just keep going. So we'll need to put in a belt here. So what I'm gonna do is just, and yes, I know it's a lot of belts. We need vaults. And again, I'm gonna keep these vaults separate for now. So pretty much, that gets all the major processes pretty much done. We just gotta link this up a little bit closer. And I think we might need one other ingredient for Tuff. Let's take a look. So Tuff was... Oh yes, cobblestone. That's what I'm missing. Way over there. But what we'll do is we'll set this to be even distribution. And then this is gonna come... We're gonna start from the other end. Yeah. As long as we line up with the middle, we'll be fine. So, one block above without getting crushed. So that's one, so right there. Let's go right about there. And then we can start going down from there. And we'll be able to just power it right off that one too if we need to. Let me just clean up that dirt block real quick. Oh, I love how this is lining up. And you're probably gonna guess it, but I'm gonna make the items flip off the belt and into the basin in the end. As long as we have the speed right, it's not a huge issue. So let's see, we got the cobblestone. We got the andesite, which we still need to make a couple more funnels. Almost had everything we needed. And probably for the lava, we'll end up just routing the two pipes together for now and putting like a pump here so it can just run off the belt power. And then we'll try to line up a couple pumps with some shafts in that area. Let's go ahead and put these into place. I mean, I could save on a belt, but might as well keep it all together. So that needs to come off of there. For this, we'll do a brass funnel, just because then we can set it to be any amount, so if it happens to make 6, it'll send those 6 instead of 1 at a time. Although, let's save on the brass. Save on the expensive stuff, you know? So we will have a steady flow. We should be... Oop. Oh, that worked. Now to just link stuff up and power the machines over here. Let's lay some pipe first real quick before I bury it. Now again, for some of these recipes, I am using other mods with this, so if I'm correct, the Tuff recipe actually comes from Stamio Tweaks mod to the Create recipes, so you would want to look at downloading that in addition to Create, or I also recommend checking out their mod pack that they use, because it is pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Course can be odd, but let's see. That line's, yeah, we'll put it right here. Did that connect? It did, okay. And then I should have, yep. Why won't you give me the... There we go. So all the belts, if I am correct, should be powered for the most part. Oh wait, got that in the wrong spot. Make sure that's set to go in. And for right now, I'm going to place that there just so stuff doesn't fly off the belt. Now we need gearboxes, chain drive, and shafts. That should be all we need. Actually, I don't like it on that side. That will automatically spin from down there. That will spin from here. Now it's just to get power to those. Actually. Perfect. So for the moment, just take those off of there. And are those belts controlled? I can't remember. Let's go in 64. No. So the belts are not controlled by the speed. So if I wanted to speed up processing, I'm gonna just run a shaft then. Which I think I got more of these, more andesite alloy. Just to make sure that I'm right with that thought process. Speed that up again. Yes. Yep. Okay. And then guess what we can do is just keep bringing the shaft. Well, we have to go up one for that. Guess what we could do, let's place that in. I mean, I could actually even be able to do that. So that should let's see if that's got enough speed. Oh, perfect. Might look a little weird at first, but you know, that's the trick. So we got power to the 3 machines, the belts, aside from these ones, those we'll do last. And real quick, we just gotta check to see so I gotta extend the belts out by 1. And we'll just go ahead and check that one last time. Yep, right in it goes. Perfect. So as long as this doesn't get too bad, we should be good to go. Wonder though, could I, because I have the space thing, instead of having items just float in the world, I can. Try that again. So that means now the items will come in, down, and right in. That should work. And that way there we don't have items just free falling. Which means I need a couple more. That's also the other reason why we're creating this multi-factory. So we can automate stuff like the items we use a lot of, like the funnels and the cogs, the shafts. So that should be everything. Just lava and the power. Okay, let's go ahead and run our lava line over. That's gonna take a minute. And we might still put a small storage tank over here. But since we have it down low, you know what? We can. There's our shovel. Almost. Almost made it. The start of my utility project. But at least for right now, should be able to set that up. And I did increase the size of this tank also, just to accommodate our extra usage for now. Let's see, if we're gonna have a pump running this way, let's dig this area out. Oh, power's right there. So we're gonna actually want it right there. Because we can go like this. And I know it's not the greatest way to set this up, but and this is just the temporary solution for the lava. Oh good, I have that the right way. That would have been good if I didn't. Oop. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go down one more right there. Not what I want to do, but so that's in 2 and that's in 4. No. Not gonna work. Not the way I want it to, at least, so. Then we'll figure out where we're gonna need our pumps after we get this all the way over. Oh, one pipe short. Oh. I know we're gonna need more pumps in, so let's go ahead and just do this real quick just to see. And that's a dead end, right? Yes. Okay. Where's the lava? That's strange. Ooh. Oh, okay. I think I know what it is. I think I know. What? Why is that not? That is so strange. Okay, let's try this again. So lava flows, but it doesn't. Okay, let's go ahead and just replace that with one of those. Okay, so now we got lava in there. Which... Oh, nope, can't do that. Okay. Let's see. Well, I guess there's always issues you come across when you're doing builds. So I'm gonna figure out this lava issue, and once I do get it figured out, I'll bring you back in and explain what I found out. So, for what's probably gonna be a couple seconds for you, let's hope it's only that for me too. See you shortly. Okay, welcome back. As you can guess, it was a little bit of a headache. But let me show you what I did to get our lava over here temporarily till we figure that out later on. So instead of going down and under, I ended up having to take it up and over. And I put a storage tank in here too, just so that way there we can kind of try to stay ahead on the supply. But yeah, for some reason, the only way I could get it to route itself properly was to reroute the lava. Which I think might have to do with where it's placed on the tank. Hopefully I didn't mess up my tank of lava. Doesn't look like I did. But yeah, so we have lava over there now. We just gotta turn everything on and let it get to work. So final checks. We got everything going the right direction. And once we start producing the tuff, I'll recipe filter that. And this should just be andesite, so that shouldn't have any issues. We got those in to keep items uniform and not flying everywhere. Well, almost ready. We can at least get it started. I did preset this with some cobblestone, just so it doesn't try to compact any andesite on its own for some reason. But let's go ahead and get this powered up. So if I'm correct, if I were to use... Let's see, easiest way to power this would be actually right here. Right here would be the easiest point. Because it's going in the right direction. I don't think I need that shaft, no. That will also block that. Oh, yeah, I do need that. And that's that half. Why not? Okay. I made a bunch of these for a reason. Ah. Here we go. Look at that. We got our first piece of andesite and just want to grab some tuff. Missed it. There we go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go into free cam a second. Everything's working like it should be. You look at that. Alloy, tuff, and andesite. Well, thank you for joining me today. It pretty much went without any major issues. Aside from the elephant in the town. But we'll take care of that later on. Figure out what we're gonna do for our lava supply for our factories and stuff, because a lot of stuff either needs heated or lava to make. So, but until next time, keep crafting. Thank you for joining me today on our Minecraft Create Mod adventures, and I'll see you next time.